Pentagon wants AI that can kill without asking permission. Elon Musk is building a $1.5 trillion empire that controls both space and artificial intelligence. And guess, Amazon just discovered child abuse material in its AI training data, but won't tell anyone where it came from. And on that note, I welcome you to today's edition of AI News. My name is Wisdom Obina, and for the next 15 minutes, you're getting the most intense AI news briefing on the planet, because what happened in the last 24 hours will change everything. Whether you're a tech genius, a concerned parent, a business leader, or someone who just wants to know why your job might not exist next year, this is the bulletin for you. We're moving across continents, crisis to breakthrough, covering everything from Elon Musk consolidating his empire to Apple's $2 billion shopping spree. No jargon, no fluff. Let's get into the biggest stories. Okay, we start off with mega deals and corporate moves, where Elon Musk is reportedly in talks to merge SpaceX with his AI company, XAI, ahead of what could become the largest IPO in modern history. Bloomberg reports that SpaceX is considering not one, but two potential merger scenarios, one with XAI and another with Tesla. Under the XAI proposal, shares would be exchanged for a SpaceX stock ahead of a blockbuster public offering targeting a $1.5 trillion valuation. The plan would consolidate Musk's vision of putting AI data centers in space using SpaceX Starlink satellites and rockets to support XAI's computing needs. SpaceX is targeting a June listing, potentially raising up to $50 billion, which would make it the biggest IPO of all time. Two entities were already set up in Nevada on January 21st to facilitate the deal, according to Reuters. Moving now to Apple, where Apple has acquired Israeli AI startup QAI for approximately $2 billion, making it the company's second largest acquisition ever after Beats in 2014. The Financial Times and Reuters independently confirmed the deal, which brings groundbreaking audio AI technology to Cupertino. QAI has developed technology that can analyze facial expressions to understand silent speech, using facial skin micro movements to enable non-verbal communication. Patents filed by the startup show the technology being used in headphones or glasses, paving the way for users to communicate with Siri without speaking aloud. This startup CEO, Aviad Mazels, previously sold another company, PrimeSense, to Apple in 2013. That technology became the foundation for Face ID. Phenomenal. Moving on to Amazon, where Amazon is in talks to invest up to $50 billion in OpenAI, CNBC confirmed on Thursday, in what could become the largest single investment in artificial intelligence history. Amazon CEO Andy Jassy and OpenAI CEO Sam Altman are personally leading the negotiations. The proposed investment will make Amazon the biggest contributor to OpenAI's current fundraising round, which is seeking up to $100 billion total, and could value the company at $830 billion. The deal is expected to include provisions for OpenAI to utilize Amazon Web Services infrastructure. This comes despite Amazon already investing $8 billion in OpenAI's rival, Anthropic, raising questions about Amazon's strategy of backing multiple AI laboratories simultaneously. AI search startup Perplexity has signed a $750 million cloud computing deal with Microsoft Azure while maintaining its existing partnership with Amazon Web Services. The multi-year agreement demonstrates Perplexity's strategy of diversifying its cloud infrastructure across multiple providers rather than relying on a single vendor. The deal comes as Perplexity continues to challenge Google search dominance with its AI-powered answer engine. The company has been growing rapidly, attracting significant investor interest and enterprise adoption. Well, let's go to some sad news, where chemical giant Dow announced it's cutting approximately 4,500 jobs as part of a major pivot towards AI and automation. The Orange County Register reports the company is restructuring to invest more heavily in artificial intelligence technologies while reducing its traditional workforce. The cuts represent the latest example of a major corporation citing automation and AI as driving forces behind significant layoffs, joining Pinterest and Nike, which we reported in our last bulletin. And moving on to talk about a bit of investment and valuations, Nvidia has committed $2 billion to CoreWeave to accelerate what it's calling AI factory build out by 2030. The investment underscores the massive infrastructure spending underway to support AI development and reflects NVIDIA's strategy of investing in companies that will use its chips at scale. CoreWeave operates data centers specifically optimized for AI workloads, and the investment will help it expand capacity to meet surging demand from AI developers. Crossing over to Microsoft, where Microsoft has launched its second generation AI inference chip, the Maya 200, designed specifically for running AI models in production environments. The chip represents Microsoft's continued push to reduce dependence on NVIDIA's dominant position in AI hardware. The Maya chips are custom designed for Microsoft's specific AI workloads and are expected to power Azure AI services, potentially reducing cost and improving performance for enterprise customers. Moving on to Singapore, where Singapore-based AI chip startup Recursive has secured significant funding, though specific figures haven't been disclosed. The company is developing chips optimized for AI workloads, joining a crowded field of startups trying to challenge NVIDIA's dominance in the AI chip market. Let's move on and talk a report that Poetic has raised $45.8 million for its AI meta system that reportedly surpasses top large language models on industry benchmarks. The company's approach focuses on creating systems that can coordinate and optimize multiple AI models rather than building a single monolithic model. Investment firm Alja projects that AI spending will reach 5 to 6% of GDP by 2030, representing trillions of dollars in economic activity. The projection underscores how AI is becoming a fundamental driver of economic growth rather than just another technology sector. Let's move on to talk about product launches and features, where Google has launched Genie 3, an experimental AI tool that lets users create and explore interactive 3D worlds. Android Police reports that users can conjure entire interactive worlds and step into them using text prompts. The technology represents a significant advancement in AI-generated environments, allowing users to describe a scene and then navigate through it in real time. It's been positioned as a preview of future gaming and virtual world creation capabilities. Moving on, Google's AI overviews in search now let mobile users ask follow-up questions directly without starting a new search. The conversational feature maintains context from previous queries, making the search experience more natural and efficient. Users can continue building on their initial query, with the AI understanding the connection between questions and providing more relevant contextual answers. Still staying with Google, where CNET reports that Google is considering letting websites opt out of having their content scraped for AI overviews. The potential policy change comes amid growing concerns from publishers about AI companies using their content to train models and generate summaries without compensation. If implemented, it will give website owners more control over how their content is used in Google's AI-powered search features, potentially addressing some publisher concerns about AI cannibalization of traffic. Still staying with Google, Mashable reports that Google Chrome is testing an agentic auto-browse feature powered by Gemini to be precise. The experimental tool can autonomously navigate websites and complete tasks on behalf of users, representing a significant step towards AI agents that can independently accomplish complex online workflows. And let's cross over to Apple, where Apple has confirmed that its Gemini-powered Siri enhancements will utilize private cloud compute, ensuring that user data processed in the cloud maintains Apple's privacy standards. The announcement addresses concerns about how Apple's partnership with Google for AI capabilities might impact user privacy. Let's talk about PwC, where PricewaterhouseCoopers has announced a $400 million expansion of its Google Cloud Alliance focused on AI-driven security operations. The investment will help PwC build AI-powered cybersecurity solutions for enterprise clients using Google Cloud's infrastructure and AI tools. Let's cross over to Cisco, where Cisco has debuted Foundation AI with agentic security tools designed to protect autonomous AI systems. SiliconANGLE reports that the new tools address the unique security challenges posed by AI agents that can make independent decisions and take actions without human intervention. Let's go to CMU now, where Carnegie Mellon University and the Gates Foundation are funding an AI-powered learning platform designed to personalize education at scale. EdScoop reports the initiative aims to use AI to adapt to individual student needs and learning styles. Crossing over to some breakthroughs in healthcare, where New Scientist reports that AI-assisted mammography screening has been shown to cut the risk of developing aggressive breast cancer. The study, published in medical journals, found that AI systems can detect cancerous changes earlier and with greater accuracy than traditional screening methods alone. Medical Express confirms the findings, noting that the AI systems can identify subtle patterns that human radiologists might miss, leading to earlier interventions and better patient outcomes. Let's go to the UK, where Britain's National Health Service is deploying artificial intelligence and robotic technology to improve lung cancer detection and treatment. The AI systems can analyze medical imaging to spot potential cancers earlier and with greater accuracy than traditional methods, potentially reducing diagnosis waiting times while improving patient outcomes. Crossing over to South Korea, where South Korea has passed comprehensive AI legislation, becoming one of the first countries to establish a detailed regulatory framework for artificial intelligence. Macau News reports the law addresses everything from AI development standards to liability issues and consumer protections. And to some bizarre or controversial news now, where Reuters exclusively reports that the Pentagon and AI developer Anthropic are at a standstill over potentially eliminating safeguards that would allow the government to use Claude AI to target weapons autonomously and conduct US domestic surveillance. After weeks of contract talks worth up to $200 million, the two sides remain deadlocked. Anthropic representatives raised concerns that their tools could be used to spy on Americans or assist weapons targeting without sufficient human oversight. The Pentagon has bristled at these restrictions, arguing that it should be able to deploy commercial AI technology regardless of companies' usage policies as long as they comply with US law. In a particularly pointed move, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth announced adding Elon Musk Grok AI to the Pentagon's approved list, while specifically criticizing AI models that won't allow you to fight wars, a direct jab at Anthropic's safety policies. Anthropic CEO Dario Amodei wrote in an essay this week that AI should support national defense in all ways except those which would make us more like our autocratic adversaries. The clash comes at a delicate time as Anthropic prepares for an eventual IPO, while also having spent significant resources cutting US national security business. HuffPost also highlights that this represents a fundamental tension between Silicon Valley's safety-first approach and the military's demand for unrestricted access to cutting-edge technology. Engadget reports that Amazon discovered a high volume of child sexual abuse material, CSAM, in its AI training datasets, but isn't disclosing where the contaminated data originated. The revelation raises serious questions about data sourcing and vetting procedures across the AI industry. The discovery underscores the challenges companies face when scraping massive amounts of internet data for AI training and the potential for harmful content to slip through screening processes. Moving on to IP Watchdog, which reports that music publishers have filed a new copyright lawsuit against Anthropic, alleging mass torrenting of copyrighted works. The suit claims Anthropic downloaded and used copyrighted song lyrics and musical works without permission to train its Claude AI models. This adds to growing legal pressure on AI companies over their training data sources and copyright compliance. ShiftUp CEO made controversial comments about needing AI development because of what he called the Chinese boogeyman. TechDebt reports the remarks highlight growing tensions between Western tech companies and Chinese AI development, with critics arguing that security concerns are being used to justify rapid, potentially reckless AI development without adequate safeguards. PC Gamer reports that more than half of game developers now think generative AI is bad for the industry, a dramatic increase from just 2 years ago. One developer quoted in the survey said they'd rather quit the industry than use generative AI. The shift in sentiment reflects growing concerns about AI's impact on creative work, job displacement, and the quality of AI-generated content in games. And Business Insider reports that Meta claims its AI tools are enabling single employees to accomplish work that previously required entire teams. While framed as a productivity breakthrough, the statement has raised concerns about massive job displacement, even at companies building AI systems. Now, a new study from PR Newswire finds that while AI customer service systems successfully resolve technical issues, they are quietly destroying customer loyalty. Users report feeling frustrated and devalued by automated systems even when their problems are solved, leading to long-term brand damage. Digital Music News asks, who is worried about AI? And the answer appears to be increasingly everyone. Let's move on to the last segment of today's bulletin, where we look at some research and opinionated articles. AI is failing humanity's last exam. Well, The Conversation published a thought-provoking piece titled AI is failing humanity's last exam. So what does that mean for mission intelligence? The article argues that despite impressive capabilities, AI systems are failing fundamental tests of understanding and reasoning that would indicate true intelligence. The piece questions whether current approaches to AI development are fundamentally limited or whether we are simply in an intermediate phase before genuine machine intelligence emerges. Let's cross over to Brookings in DC, where the Brookings Institution published research arguing for community benefit agreements for AI data centers. The article examines how massive data center build-outs impact local communities through energy consumption, environmental effects, and economic displacement. Let's cross over to RCR Wireless, which published a technical piece on AI native air interfaces for next generation wireless networks. The article explores how AI is being built into the fundamental architecture of 6G networks rather than added as an afterthought. And The Stage reports that art leaders are ramping up warnings about AI use in creative industries, with many describing the situation as being on the brink of irreversible changes to how art is created and values. And SiliconANGLE reports on Anthropic CEO Dario Amodei's sweeping 20,000-word essay yesterday, on the 26th of January, that humanity may not be ready for advanced AI systems with superhuman capabilities expected within just 1 to 2 years. Now, the Straits Times reports that demand for AI-related skills in Singapore more than doubled from 2022 to 2025, according to Skills Future Analysis. The city-state has been positioning itself as an AI hub in the southeast. All right, I need to know which of these stories hit you the hardest. Drop a comment right now and tell me, are you more shocked that the Pentagon wants to remove AI safety guardrails so it can use Claude to target weapons and spy on Americans? Or are you more worried about Elon Musk consolidating SpaceX and XAI into a $1.5 trillion mega corporation that will control both our access to space and artificial intelligence? Maybe you're concerned about Amazon discovering child abuse material in its AI training data but refusing to say where it came from. Or even perhaps you think Apple dropping $2 billion on technology that reads your facial micro movements to let Siri hear your thoughts is the creepiest thing you've heard all week. Or do you think I'm overreacting and all of this is going to make the world a better place? Of course, do let us know. Whatever your take is, I want to hear it. The comment section is open. Tell me which story keeps you up at night, which billion-dollar deal makes you nervous, or tell me I'm dead wrong about all of this. All right, I'll see you in the next bulletin. Stay sharp and stay smart.